Awesome first day of practice. We had the East team go first today, and we're going to have Coach Richard Hightower, head coach for the East team, and then wide receiver Isaiah Williams from Illinois speaking second too. So I'll first bring Coach Hightower up. Coach, if you don't mind starting, Coach, just let us know how practice went today for you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. First of all, I thought the men came out focused with good intent. We always talk to them about intentions, all right? And if your intent is correct, then we can base our decision on what we're thinking based on if you have good intentions. So they were all on the bus early down there, which is really a tough thing to do with a collection, a group of men, getting down on time, being focused, being locked in. Very few pre-snap penalties today. We did have some, but I thought for a first day, I just want to commend the players. Outstanding job by them. And then also I want to thank the Shrine Bowl, obviously Coach Eberflus, Ryan Poles, and the McCaskey family for thinking of me to put me in a position to put my name on the list, and the NFL nominated me to be a head coach. Don't take it lightly. It's a very great opportunity for us to get a hands-on look at some of these players and be just a small portion, on their journey and on their dream. So just to be a piece of that is humbling to myself and the rest of our coaching staff. And we're very grateful to be here, and I really appreciate the Shrine Bowl and everything Eric and his crew have done so far. So with that, we'll open it up to questions.
Coach, could you talk about the talent you saw out there? I mean, you see obviously NFL talent every day. What was your first impressions of what you saw?
Yeah, my first impressions, and obviously I'll have to go back and look at the tape here shortly when we leave. But I thought my first impressions was I saw speed, I saw agility, I saw movement, I saw power, I saw strength, especially from our bigs. And again, this is just day one, so we're going to have to go back, correct it, and they're going to have to make the corrections on their own. But for a first day, I was thoroughly impressed, but we still have a long way to go. So we got a good challenge. I know Coach Caff was a really good coach, so we got a good challenge. So we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. But for the first day, I thought everyone did what we asked them to do.
Richard, how does your role as a special teams coordinator help you to acclimate to an event like this where you're getting so many different guys in here and just trying to get, just kind of get your bearings here?
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate the question. I would say my role as a special team coordinator, which is fun for me because I really get a chance to deal with the whole team and coach the whole team. So I get to deal with in-game management. I get to be tied at the hip with Coach Eberflus, and he is phenomenal about developing his coaches and trying to teach them what it takes to make the next step. So just dealing with the coaches, coaching the coaches, and then also having the coaches coach the players and just being hands-on with everything. I think the biggest thing in this is I just want to make sure all the kids have a great experience, and then maybe that'll transfer a good product on the field. But they're very, very similar, head coach and special teams coordinator so far, day one.
What are your goals for practice, day one of practice with All-Star?
Yeah, so my goals for day one in practice with All-Star game, that's also an awesome question, Eric, was tempo, energy, enthusiasm, and execution. And I feel like we still got a little bit more to go on the execution part of it, which is to be expected. But I feel like the guys had great energy. I mean, I feel like Williams, which you guys will talk to in a minute, did a great job in the punt return drills. He did a great job in offense separating, did an outstanding job just knowing his plays inside and out. And I could say that across the board. And again, it's day one. We still got work to do, but it's an awesome experience, okay, to get all of these different people from all of these different areas, players and coaches, and put them together and try to form a team. So my expectation for day one, I thought it exceeded it, but I think we still got a ways to go.
Coach, you talked a lot about this opportunity, making the most of it. So for you, what are your goals for the league, and what do you look to take away from this as you continue moving forward?
Yeah, first and foremost, appreciate the question again. First and foremost, my goal is to get a hands-on look at the players and to develop the players as best we can to give them a window into what it's like to be a pro. And then secondly, I want to gather as much information that I can gather so I can bring it back to the Bears and help them, all right, in their draft process and help us all. So those are the two things I want to get accomplished this week. And then also, obviously, you can throw in there helping to develop my coaches as well, because we got some young, bright coaches that are here. Yep.
Coach, how special is it to have this event back in Texas, the place you're from and played, and what does that mean to have it back here in Texas?
Yeah, it means the world to me. You know, I'm originally from Houston, so to come back home to the great state of Texas, which I love, which has helped shape and mold me. You know, I started as a corporate sales intern for the Houston Texans, so that was my first job. So just to come back, you know, when the plane landed, Bergonzi and I were sitting next to each other, our D coordinator, and he worked here for Dallas as well. So this was a chance where he got his first NFL job and his first start, and we were just, you know, just reflecting and saying how great it is that we get an opportunity to come and try to help some young men develop. So it's been really special. It's been an honor, and I can't thank the Shrine Bowl enough. And we're just going to keep trying to get these guys better every day.
Coach, can you talk about the install process? I mean, 4 days, how do you do that?
Yeah, it's a challenge. I'm not going to tell you that it's not. It's an extremely rough challenge to get done. But what we had to do is we had to make sure we keep it simple so that these guys can play fast, physical, and technically sound. So what we've done is we've condensed our install, all right, and we made sure that we tried to give the players the best chance to be successful. The good thing about Williams and all of these guys is they were studying. All right, they were studying and they were preparing and they were trying to make this opportunity special for themselves. So, again, it is a challenge, but for the most part, these young men are serious about their craft, and I applaud them for that. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Oh, you got one more? You got one more? Yeah.
All of these lessons, who have you leaned on who's had this similar experience of putting an offense and putting a defense and getting a team ready for an all-star game in so little time?
Yeah, that's a great question. So obviously, Eric provided us with the former head coaches that have coached the game, which was outstanding by him and his crew. So we reached out to some of those gentlemen that have coached the game. I also reached out to some of my mentors in the game, which I've worked for. You know, worked for really good coaches. Worked for Gary Kubiak. I worked for Mike Shanahan. I worked for Kyle Shanahan. I worked for all really good Super Bowl winning coaches. So I've been extremely blessed. And then I worked with, as you know, I talked to Robert Saleh 2 or 3 days ago to see his experience in doing such. And all of the guys that I work with I'm really proud of them. But I lean on Sean McVay. I lean on Robert Saleh. I lean on Mike McDaniel and Matt LaFleur. We all started together at the Houston Texans in the quality control room, all together pushing papers, just trying to get coaches coffee. So those are the guys. Those are the guys I lean on. Anything else? Thank you all so much for your time.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
Today, practice went great. My biggest thing going into practice was 100% effort. Whatever I do, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. So one thing I did, I was just like, I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to outwork everybody out there and just play to the best of my abilities.
Isaiah, I'm going to follow up with that question after Coach with the install. I mean, you got the install condensed as he talked about. I mean, how difficult is it to kind of get on the same page this quickly with everybody?
I mean, it's very difficult. One thing I was doing during practice was after every play, I talk to the quarterback. I talk to Devin Leary, like, how you like the receivers to run routes, what you see here, what you see there. Just making sure we can get on the same page so I know what he likes, so I know how I can run my routes differently. I know he literally told me he like receivers that's more patient. Like, you ain't got to get there too fast. So I told him, okay, I got you. So today I'm going to be patient. That's one thing I was doing today. And just learning the playbook. I mean, this is a dream come true for a lot of us, so we're going to do everything we can just to make sure that we learn the playbook, we know what we're doing, and then the coaches made it easy going through the install, and then us knowing, like, what plays we going to run so we could really master the plays we going to run, but also learn the other plays that we may not run in practice, but make sure we know them so when that time do come, we're able to execute.
Isaiah, what are you hoping to show NFL scouts this week as you're kind
one thing that I'm a leader. One thing I want to do, when a drill come up, I want to be that guy, the first one to step up. When it comes to receiver drills, I want to show that I'm a complete player. As a receiver, I can run routes, I can get open. After the catch, I can go make plays. I want to show that I'm coachable. So when the coaches do give me something they coach me up on something, I'm able to fix it right then and there, that practice, next practice. I get some things that today that coach told me about that I need to fix. So going into next practice, that's going to be the first thing. Like, okay, I'm coachable. I'm able to adapt fast. And then lastly, I want to show that I'm a good punt returner. I could catch punts. I can make plays after I catch the punt. And, I mean, whatever else they throw at me, like that, I could do it.
So you played quarterback and now you're wide receiver. How do you feel that adds value to you and the team this week?
Everything. So first starting off with just how I learn. So today, receiver coach made it simple, like you only play on one position a day. But I was in a meeting yesterday. I was like, Coach, can I play Z? Can I play X? Just because playing quarterback in the past, the way I'm wired is I like to learn what the whole offense doing. I can learn easier that way. It's hard for me to learn, okay, I'm just playing F. I'm just going to learn this. It's easier for me to learn everything. And I feel like, so say, God willing, this don't happen, but say we have injuries or people can't practice, like coach could easily move me around, like, okay, I might need you here today or I might need you there. I can move around and help my team anyway.
Maybe else for Isaiah? I was just going to say, what was it like? You mentioned a dream come true. What was it like to get the invitation and take us through that moment when they said, hey, you just got invited to play at East?
Man, it was surreal. At the moment when I first got it, I was just like, man, it's a perfect opportunity to show scouts right in front of their face, like, okay, like I could play this game of football, like show them my skills. So, you know, like when I got out, I was just like, I'm confident. I'm going to go there, be confident, be myself, and just show people what I could do. And then, I mean, if you like me, you like me. And if you don't like me, you don't like me. But I'm going to be me, and I'm going to play to the best of my ability. I'm going to give you everything I got.
What'd you think the talent level out there?
Man, it's different. Everybody out there good. Everybody out there strong. Everybody out there fast. But, I mean, that's the game that we play. You know, when you get to that next level, the margin of error just keep going down. So that's just more hard work that I got to put in just to make sure I know what I'm doing, knowing how to create separation. Like the DBs out there good. Like the things that maybe I got away with in college, I probably can't do that right now. I learned that the first day. But during practice, I was just like, okay, I'm going to work different ways. I'm going to find ways to work them just to create separation just because everybody's so good, everybody talented, everybody athletic. So now you really just – this when that mental side of the game I feel like really kick in, understanding the assignments, understanding what you got to do, and just doing the right thing, play in, play out, really is important.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's it today for the East practice press conference. We'll have one after the West practice this afternoon. But thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.